Hi folks, welcome back. I hope you all. Hey folks, welcome back. Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. My name is Gail, and I hope you've enjoyed the sunshine. We've got a little bit of a respite from it now, as it did get rather warm. And for most of us in the UK, we do not have air conditioning, so things just generally heat up and stay heated up until they cool down. That is why, if there's anybody who is anyone who doesn't live in the UK, you might find it strange when people say, "Oh, um, can't wait, we're going to get a really good downpour, and that will clear the air a bit." That is because we do get it rather muggy, the weather, and when we have sunshine, but also because everything just basically heats up like a giant cooker. And yeah, that's why I haven't done any reactions most of the last week. The heat and everything else, it was nearly up to 30 degrees actually, so I had to kind of freeze water bottles and stuff and blast fans at them and things like that. So, and having a fan on is not great anyway when I'm trying to do reactions. I don't like the noise. It kind of I find it quite intrusive. But it's actually really nice today. It feels quite pleasant. I wouldn't mind getting out a little bit later on, having a quick walk around. Because yesterday when I went out, it was lovely. It was just a perfect day. There was this breeze. It was like one of those coastal breezes that you get on a really lovely day when you're on holiday, and it was just really nice. But I'm here now doing some reactions, and I've been looking forward to this all week. I've been waiting for the weather to drop a little bit so I can jump on some of these tracks. And this is one I've got coming up is a bit of a surprise to me. But before I get to that, I want to thank everybody for being here, subscribing, liking, sharing, suggesting music to listen to through Buy Me a Coffee, suggested music to listen to through comment section. It's just absolutely wonderful, and your comments are wonderful as well. As I've said in numerous videos recently, I'm compiling a big list of tracks suggestions from previous videos. Um, I only intended to go back about a year, but I've gone back about nearly 3 years now, and enjoying doing that. But yeah, it's a lot harder than I thought because a lot of comments do go under the radar, and I never get to see them. So a lot of good suggestions become invisible to me. So here we are, reacting now to "Bridge Over Troubled Water." I know Simon and Garfunkel. I think my mom had the best of Simon and Garfunkel, and I know that this was on it. I've also heard this on music on a couple of movies as well. This track, "Bridge Over Troubled Water," but this is with a difference. It's got Aretha Franklin singing it, so I have no idea. I'm trying to think of Aretha Franklin. I sometimes get Aretha Franklin mixed up with the other one that did. Is this the Road to San Jose or something? Um, but yeah, she's done some really good stuff. Yeah, very Motown, very soul. So it'd be interesting how she tackles this one. Will it be slow like Simon and Garfunkel's version? That lovely sort of build that they did. Um, that was really soul. So I don't know. So this is from taken from Aretha Franklin's Greatest Hits, 1971, which was her third compilation album. So without further ado, I'm really fascinated to get into this. I mean, growing up in the 70s and 80s, I remember more Aretha Franklin's Who's Zooming Who, and also Sisters Are Doing It For Themselves. And I know she had some like early hits. I think it was Respect Yourself. So yeah, she's done a lot, and um, I just haven't got a clue where this one's going to take me. So here we go. 5.5 minutes.
Don't trouble the water. I won't leave it alone.
Gospel.
Why don't you let it be? Still water run deep. Yes, it do. I know that. Oh, yeah. If you only believe.
Loving his piano. I have to say, I apologise for stopping there, but this is perfect for a Sunday morning. Truly is. Absolutely perfect. It feels very soulful, quite gospelish, from the very beginning. Um, yeah, we're a minute and 18 in, and we haven't really had any lyrics yet, so I think this is a completely unique take on Bridge Over Troubled Water. But absolutely love it. And also, what I really love about this is you have a combination of like is it a keyboard? Like, but it sounds like a piano, sort of like electric piano. And then you have like an organ as well. I think that's absolutely beautiful. And it's probably probably heard it a million times on other tracks, but um, when there's a clear distinction, it's a wonderful combination, and yeah, it really sort of just sets that mood and beautiful for a Sunday.
Don't trouble the water. Said I leave it alone. Why don't you let it be? Still water run deep. Yes, it do. Yes, it do. Oh, yeah. If you only believe when you're down, when you're on the street, when evening falls so high, I will comfort you. I'll take you by. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, just like a breeze over troubled water, I will lay me down, just like a breeze over troubled water. I will lay me down. Sail on, silver sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All of your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Lord, if you
Yeah, sax there, I love that. I gotta just take that back.
dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Lord, if you ever need a friend, look around and sailing right behind you. You're the breeze.
Wow.
Oh,
Do you know, it takes a great vocalist to take a classic song like Simon and Garfunkel's "Bridge Over Troubled Water" and to put their own stamp on it. Um, you know, it this is just vocally just amazing. I mean, obviously, I don't know enough Aretha Franklin to compare it with other stuff that she's done, but um, her voice is so powerful, so and it's so distinct as well. Like I say, even if I don't know enough about Aretha Franklin, I will probably be able to guess if I heard a track with her vocal on because it's so distinct. Um, it's just blown me away. It's such a beautiful song as well, and the way they've done it, I felt that the other one, yeah, I mean, it's been years since I've heard Simon and Garfunkel's version, but it's almost like their version was coming from the pits of despair, then moving up, and this one, it feels a lot more kind of hopeful as well, the way she's presenting it. Um, yeah, it feels a lot more kind of euphoric in, you know, I am your friend and you know, I'll stick by you and all that kind of stuff. And um, yeah, I don't know, you know, I don't want to be sacrilegious is a word. Um, But I kind of prefer this to Simon Garfunkel's version. To be fair, I haven't heard that one for ages, so I will have to get back into that. But her voice and when she hits those notes, but it's with so much kind of like passion. It's not. It's just yeah, it's just really incredible. I'm loving this. Hmm.
Still water run deep. I know that. Yes, it do. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Still water. Don't trouble the water. Hey. Give it up. Why don't you let it be? Talking about still water run deep. Know they run deep. Yes, it do. Oh, yeah. But I'm gonna be your friend. Yeah. Trouble waters. Leave it alone. Why don't you let it be? Come on, walk out on me. Still water run deep.
Yeah, that was great. That was Aretha Franklin's 1971 cover of Simon and Garfunkel's "Bridge Over Troubled Water." I'm not entirely sure when Simon and Garfunkel one came out. That was probably in the 60s. But this was absolutely beautiful. I absolutely loved it. Felt gospely, felt soulful, um, and it kind of felt different. Even the message sort of slightly felt different. I don't want to get too much into the lyrics, but it was like "Don't trouble the water." So is that sort of saying don't stir up stuff you don't need to stir up in life? Um, you know, I'll be your friend and I'll get you through it, but if you don't need to stir something up, don't stir it up. Um, then maybe you wouldn't need a bridge over troubled water, would you, if you didn't stir the water in the first place? But that's not how we are in life. We don't do that. We sometimes reflect and thinking, why did I do that? You know, why did I make more of that than I needed to? And you know, why did I go down that route, make that choice? You know, it's caused a lot of unrest and the lucky ones of us do have the wisdom to steer clear of these things. However, I'm not that wise, so I tend to kind of like walk into these things. Don't trouble the water, said I wouldn't. Give it up. Well, why don't you? Why don't you let it be? Still, the water run deep. I know that. Yes, it do. Yeah, still the water. Don't trouble the water. Yeah, I just kind of, I just like the message. Kind of works on several on different layers. I think it's the advice you'd give to a friend. I had a chat with a friend the other day about some stuff, and you know, I have chats with friends occasionally that go down this kind of route. Sometimes they go down that route with me. You know, just you know, avoid it if you can, and don't. don't end up like that and don't, but if you do, I've got your back. And yeah, we all have those chats with friends and loved ones and stuff. But this was really nice. I wonder what people have said about this version. So have a quick look. 3.8 million views. That's amazing. I love the video actually. It's very clear and able to, with the lyrics and stuff. It always really helps. Aretha was great. Gift from my creator, and I truly thank him. Her music blesses me no matter what mood I'm in. Yeah, she's got the kind of voice, it builds you up. It really sort of, it makes you feel like you've got fire and energy. And yeah, I mean, I know she's done a lot of songs. I probably know most of her songs that she's done, the big ones. But it's kind of strange that I can only name, a few. Um, my grandmother swore by this song. When I hear it, I break down so hard. Thank you, Mama, true angel. Yeah, that's lovely. I remember back when I was very young, Aretha Franklin was the rave. She was bigger than Whitney Houston. Yeah, I mean, 100% I can imagine that. And her music was in heavy rotation. The song that hooked me was Chain, Chain, Chain. Okay, never heard of that. If anybody wants to suggest that one, I was not able to understand what the song was about. I was digging that hook, Chain, Chain, Chain. She embedded in my memory, greatly rewarded. Yeah, no, not really. Nobody kind of really does comparison. I don't want to go through all of the views, but nobody does a comparison really of between that and the original. But I think this is very distinct, a slightly different message, and I think it's really, really good in its own right. And her voice is just perfection. Um, she's definitely got one of the most distinctive voices I've ever heard, female vocalist wise. There's certain female vocalists that I know 1,000% when I hear their voice. Kate Bush, Donna Summer. There's just something about it that stands out from everything else, and Aretha Franklin would probably be in that grouping. And thankfully, not auto-tuned and overproduced as many artists are these days. I'm not really sure I could how a lot of artists genuinely sound. Um, they have a style of singing more than an actual vocal sound, I would say. But this was fantastic anyway. Folks, please join me in the comments below if you have any thoughts about this. If you can recommend anything else to listen to from this wonderful singer, then please feel free. And as always, buy me a coffee. But that will obviously cost you. But yeah, if you just want to drop me a comment, otherwise I will eventually get round to. And also, it also depends. It's not necessarily when you suggest me to listen to. It kind of has to fit in with how I'm feeling, the mood I'm in. Um, and so yeah, unless it's buy me a coffee, I will, look at all his tracks and thinking, what, I actually fancy that this week. It feels like it's sort of that band, that I associate with this kind of thing. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. So that's generally how it works. But obviously, Buy Me a Coffee is slightly different. I will endeavour to listen to them as soon as possible. And that can also work as well because I can really sort of get into the vibe of the music very quickly. So, till next time, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead.